Oh, welcome.
We're live.
Are we?
Welcome to the No Assembly Required podcast with your most amazing and beautiful and funny and
That's not
charming
what
and
Roberto
smart
says.
host, Romina.
Oh,
And
that was only for you? Oh, thank you.
and the
The other one.
the other host,
Audrey.
Audrey.
I like that intro.
Thank you.
I think we should change it.
For today's episode, it's just going to be us two.
Let's go. We kicked out Roberto. No longer.
Roberto's out. Roberto's not part of this trio anymore.
Nope. It's a duo now.
It's a duo.
I feel like we say this every time this happens.
Well, today we don't have any topics really. We're just gonna hang out.
I have a good question to start us off.
I thought you were gonna do a confession right now. I was like,
heart
just like skipped a beat.
No.
I was like, oh my god, what is she gonna tell me?
No,
right,
I just want to ask, how long has it been since your birthday?
Who wants to know?
I do.
It's been approximately 6 months. Almost. It's my birth year.
Oh, I mean, I guess it's everyone's birth year technically. I had just no reason. I was just asking out of curiosity.
And for the audio listeners who are gonna listen to this in approximately 8 months.
The reason
that Audrey
You'll never know why I brought it up. Oh.
The reason that Audrey is asking me this question is because I currently have a happy birthday sign on the wall in my bedroom from my birthday, which happened 6 months ago. But look how colorful it makes my background.
It really does. It adds to the... I should do that, dude. Oh, maybe
add a happy birthday band. Do you want me to send you mine?
No. We could just be matching, and Roberto will be like, "Why is it both of your birthdays still when they both passed?"
Look, I think if I just added I could add a UN in front of birthday and just make it happy unbirthday. And then it would be accurate year round. Are you taking notes?
Yes.
Welcome, everybody. By the way, if anybody in the audience in the chat right now, I can see the numbers. I can see that there are people in here looking at us. Don't just
Who is lurking? That is not allowed. I'm calling.
Tell us who you are, and
hold on.
And ask us questions. Ask us questions, and Audrey and I may or may not answer them.
Okay, it's not me, Romina. Your mic is glitching.
Like what? What does it sound like?
It sounds like a robot.
Okay,
like
you're gonna take over. You're gonna take over.
I don't know. Oh god, I have to go alone. Oh no, no. What am I supposed to say? Who's lurking? Marsmel's lurking. Okay, it's not. You really have to leave the screen as well. Literally, now it's just me. All right. Hello, everyone. How are your days going? I'm doing great. I made 3 TikToks today. So I have so many of these moments where I question what I do.
Does this sound better?
Oh, Romina's back. Hello?
Does this sound better?
Yes.
Okay, all I did was refresh the page, so it has something to do with StreamYard.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, StreamYard just doesn't it's because my microphone is so amazing. StreamYard just can't handle it. It's not at the it's not at the level.
Did you hear what I said when you left?
No.
I just asked everyone how their days were. No one's answered, which is questionable.
I can
But
see
also,
all of you in the chat right now. I see you in the chat. Please ask us questions or give us prompts so that we can have discussions.
give
This
us
is a
prompts. Romina, I can tell you
what?
about one of my new clients because
Okay.
I think it's funny, to be
Okay.
quite honest.
Yeah.
So Epidemic Sound. I'm making TikToks for them.
Like legit, are you getting paid
Yes. So
with money?
I'm one of yes. No, they're paying me with like free
Cotton
music.
candy?
No, I'm like actually making TikToks for Epidemic Sound, and I
Mm.
just made my first batch. Do you ever have moments like during your days where you just kind of stop and you're like, what am I doing with my life? You know?
Yeah, every day. I mean,
Cool. I have that at least
often.
3 times a day. I think today was a prime example of that where I was just like, what am I doing? Like literally, because the point of TikTok is to make dumb stuff, right? Because like dumb stuff does better. So,
Is that your strategy?
yes.
Is that what you told Epidemic Sound when they were like,
I
"Hey,
haven't
we're
told them yet.
considering
I
you." And you were like,
First of all, I've
"Look,
never
I
made
got it."
TikToks in my life. So when they asked me, I was like, I've made like 2 already. I was like, damn, you guys are putting a lot of trust. Now I'm making Okay, here's my thing. I'm not actually trying. I know I'm joking, but like I'm actually trying. I'm serious when
I
I say
hope
that dumb
so.
content actually does good. Okay, because it's just true. It's
Yeah, okay,
TikTok.
define dumb content. Like what's
So
dumb to
like
you?
hopefully my roommate doesn't listen to this. She's not gonna listen to this. But one of the series so the thing I have to do for Epidemic is they all have to be tutorial based, right? So it's like tutorials are objectively boring. So how can I make tutorials fun on a platform like TikTok? So one of my ideas has been to make a series where I mess with my roommate's room and they gradually get worse and worse using editing. So so like there's more of like a story and like there's more incentive to like follow because you want to see how far I can just push this until it's like super obvious. But literally during the day, I like send my roommate videos all the time of like my cat or something messing with something in her room. So this is not out of the ordinary. So in the first video I made, I like changed the color of a cup on her desk in a video that I sent her. And like in the video, I like show how I changed the color of the cup very briefly. So that's the tutorial aspect. So anyway, so it's like coming up with dumb stuff. Because if I just made a video that was like, here's how you change the color of an object in Premiere Pro, like no one cares. Like on TikTok, they're just swiping for entertainment. But if I'm like, I'm gonna mess with my roommate's room, like people, like I feel like that's more entertaining, and I still get the tutorial aspect. So this has been my life for the past like week has been just trying to come up with concepts that are actually fit the platform, you know? So anyway, I feel like filming that type of video, even though there's a lot of thought that goes into it, like just me talking right now, like I'm explaining why I'm doing this and like the purpose. There's a lot of thought that goes into it, but even just filming this video was felt really dumb. Like like I don't know. I feel like I've been going like just this entire process. Sometimes with my job, I'm just like, what is going on? I don't know. I feel like a lot of creatives hopefully feel like that because goddamn.
Well, I guess really you want to get people's attention right away.
Yeah.
And fortunately
Oh.
for you, most people are not smart. So that's why dumb content performs well.
I mean, it's just because I say dumb. It's just entertaining, right? Like, and I know
No,
Connor's in
right,
here as a
right.
friend. Connor, keep your mouth shut, please, about that. If you heard that, you're not allowed to talk about it.
Okay,
I don't
Connor's
want.
on another he's on another level.
I don't want Samantha knowing. Okay, so shush, please.
Connor's on another level.
Yes,
He's not making dumb content.
it's true. only serious content.
Only serious and smart.
Only serious.
Serious and
Only
smart.
serious and smart. Uh, like I've had so many I'm just Romina, I'm sorry. I'm going on a rant, all right? I know like I don't know where this came from, but I've just been
It's
talking about it to people
Friday.
and think, "Ooh, this is interesting." All
Mm.
right, look. I
Uh-huh.
was talking to someone yesterday about
Yeah.
how you know how the fashion industry started off as very prestigious? So it was like a bunch of rich white people making stuff that like no one would really wear. Does that make sense? And now like the fashion industry has become a lot more about like streetwear. And there still is that like high-end fashion side, but it's as a whole as an industry it's become more accessible. Like the amount of people who are starting fashion brands or whatever is ridiculous. When I was in school, I swear at least 1 out of 5 people had a clothing company. So it's just becoming more and more accessible. He was comparing that to like YouTube. So he was saying that YouTube's kind of the opposite, how it started off as being more accessible and now it's become a lot more prestigious with like sensational content and more unobtainable. And does that make sense? So he was talking about how like a lot of
Yeah,
these
it's an
industries kind of
interesting perspective.
yeah. I thought it was
Mhm.
interesting because like the reason why I brought it up is that he thought that it would go back the other way soon, YouTube going back to being more accessible. And platforms like TikTok are already like kind of more accessible. Like they're on the accessible side versus the prestigious side. YouTube is on the prestigious side more than the accessible side. And it's kind of cool to see how it like industries go back and forth between like highly curated, kind of unobtainable sort of stuff and then more accessible. And it's pretty normal for it to go back and forth. I don't know. I thought it was an interesting comparison. Um,
But do you agree with it?
I agree. I think YouTube's gonna go back the other way because audiences are just getting sick of it.
They're getting sick of the kind of more curated type of content, you mean? Like the sensationalism?
Yeah. I think
Mhm.
like even from um like hearing about how even people like Mr. Beast who are at the top of the industry are now starting to implement more storytelling back into their content and there's being a huge push for that. Like just overall, if the people at the top are pushing storytelling and pushing like prioritizing that over just big stuff, I think it's a huge sign. When the people at the top are doing it, that's when you know because they're seeing the trickle down through the rest of the community or just from the feedback from the audience. So I think people are getting bored of sensational content. Um, and, honestly, once you kind of like run out of that type of stuff, the only option is to go back to storytelling because that's a type of entertainment that cannot be you can't run out of ideas in storytelling, but you can like after you jump out of a plane like 10 times, like like there's just like I don't know. At some point, it becomes a little repetitive when there's no story involved and it's just based on like big numbers and big things.
Do you feel that part of the problem is the relatability factor has decreased?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's literally audiences.
Mhm.
Like, I think the reason why YouTube works or worked at the start was because of the personalities. And that's still why YouTube is probably the best place to grow your personal brand just because people get to know you better with more time. Um so I just blanked. What was your question?
I asked if you thought that it was because of the relatability decreasing.
Oh, yes. That's also part of it. Sensational content
Mhm.
just doesn't rely on personality. Like even people like Mr. Beast. Like
Mhm.
I learn a lot more about Mr. Beast through interviews than I do in his actual videos because he's talking and like you can actually see his personality. I feel like on in some of these sensational videos, and this isn't just talking about Jimmy Mr. Beast specifically, but there's more like on-screen personalities who are performing and almost just like hosts rather than like homegrown creators who are documenting an experience. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, your mic is back to crackle.
Really? It might just be too powerful. I'm gonna refresh. You
Okay.
got the stage.
I'll keep going on my rant. Um, but no, I think I've talked to so many people recently about like TikTok versus YouTube and like YouTube's so annoying with packaging, and I agree. I completely agree. But I think there's a huge distinction between like creators and artists. There can also be overlap. Wait, I'm gonna repeat that for you, Romina. I think there's like a big difference between the definition now of a creator versus an artist. Like, I think some of the best creators are the ones who can adapt to different mediums. Like, you know, if you've been making YouTube videos for 10 years and TikTok pops up and you figure out how to make short form content that like you like and that fits your style and you're able to grow an audience over there organically, like the best creators are able to do that. But I think artists, if you give like an artist who paints and you're like, yo, you gotta start like making pots now. Like that's kind of a completely different medium. And it's hard for artists to completely change the type of art that they're making. And I'm not saying you can't be both. I think you can and there's overlap, but I don't know. I think it's hard to get an artist to just completely change up what they're doing or change up the art that they're making to fit different mediums because a 20-minute video or 15-minute video is different than a minute long. Um, so you can do different things on different platforms, but that's you being a creator. Does that make sense?
Right. No, I think it does make sense. I feel like I think part of it is like feeling a little bit limited though. Like
Yeah.
because like you say something I know that you don't mean it that way, but it feels like it's limiting. Like I can only
Yeah.
do the one thing,
Yeah.
you know?
Are you saying you think creators feel that way? Like they're just
I feel like some creators probably do feel that way. I think that there are well, I mean, we see creators who have, you know, 30 million followers on TikTok and then they try to do something on YouTube and they
yeah.
fail, right?
That's
I
why
mean,
it's
in terms
hard.
of like, you know, relatively speaking, they fail, right? Like in quotes.
Yeah.
Um, but they head over to YouTube and then they only have, let's say, 500,000 subscribers or maybe a million subscribers, which is still great, right? Like for you and I who started off on YouTube, that's like, wow, you know, a million subscribers, that's we're done here, right? But to
Mhm.
them, like they're coming over from TikTok, right? Where they have 50
Yeah.
million subscribers. And it's like, whoa, I only got a million? Like what happened to all the other 40 million fans that I have on this other
Yeah.
platform, right? And then the thing is too that if they're translating their content as well, like not just posting shorts, not just reposting or re-uploading their TikToks, they're also changing the kind of content that they're creating as well. Um, so it's like having it can be a little bit jarring, I guess, or abrupt for the audience to kind of translate over to that as well, because it's like if you
Mhm.
go to a museum and you see like Salvador Dali's paintings, like whenever anybody thinks about Dali, like they think about the melting clocks, right? You think about like the sand, you think about the weird stuff and the people with the long arms and all that stuff. But
Mhm.
Dali did, for lack of a better word, regular stuff too. Like there's
Yeah.
like really nice just basic landscapes, you know, with trees and lakes, that sort of thing. um and but people don't really think about Dolly in that way, right? Because that's not really what made
What
him
he's
stand
known
out,
for.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But if
Yeah.
you go to a museum, you're going to see that artwork, you're going to see all of his other stuff. And
Yeah.
It is a little bit jarring to walk around and you're like, oh, I want to see like the weird surrealist stuff. What is this? A cow? I didn't ask
He
for
had
this.
other interests? Wow.
Wow, he's a person?
Yeah. That's so true. I don't know. Even with like I think there's so much pressure to do everything. It's either like no, like choose one thing and don't do anything else, or you need to be everywhere all at the same time. You know? Like I feel like there's no in between. Um I don't know. I think it's true that being platform agnostic is super powerful. And if you can do it, like awesome, you know? But I also don't think it has to necessarily be everyone's main priority just because there is so much opportunity on all these different platforms. Like you can make it as a creator on TikTok and you can make it as a creator on YouTube. You don't have to be doing both. Like if you prefer one over the other, just pick it and stick to it and do it. Like it's literally that simple. I don't like everyone talking about like, oh, TikTok's gonna take over YouTube or like the other way around. Like, it does it. I don't think it really matters. I think it's smart to be on all platforms just because you do never know what's gonna happen. But
You got to
is it
save
the
your
end of the world?
username.
Yeah. But like literally, YouTube's not going anywhere. TikTok, it looks like they're gonna do a good job with monetization. I don't think they're going anywhere either. So it's just like just pick one. Like there's opportunities on both. If you want to, I'm gonna try and do both.
Yeah,
But obviously have like my main focus on YouTube. And I
right.
think that's fine. There's so much pressure to be like take advantage of everything. Like this new thing popped up, take advantage of it immediately. It's like yeah,
It's
you
hard.
can, and it's
Yeah.
smart, and it might work or it might not work. It might work faster, it might not. But literally, it's just like I don't know. This is the conclusion I've come to. It's like just pick what you like the most and just do it because there's so much opportunity anyway. It literally doesn't matter if you're like super famous on TikTok, if you have a YouTube channel that you can sustain yourself with and that you enjoy making the content, you know? Like it's that easy. It's not a bad thing to be on all platforms. It's very smart. You should try and do it, but I'm just saying like people are busy and it shouldn't be like eating you inside all the time because it's just so hard to be on all platforms and be like posting consistently on all of them and like staying on top of the trends in the meta on all of them. Like it's just hard. So, anyway, that's my rant. I think there's
No,
too
it's a
much
great
pressure
rant
to be everywhere at the same
at the
time.
same
I'm just
time.
saying that movie's name of
Yeah, everywhere and everything all
everywhere
at
in the world
once.
all at the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
Like just pick what you like the most and do it. This is me
Yeah.
talking to myself right now because I need to do that.
I think it's good. I think it's good
Yes.
advice. I so when I first started to do like focus on content creation,
Yeah.
um like my main thing was my YouTube channel and that's mainly what I wanted to grow, but I did it wrong where I was trying to leverage all of the other platforms as well.
Hmm.
But although I was posting consistently to all of the platforms, I don't think I was taking full advantage of each of the platforms' features because it's just not possible for me as one person to divide myself up and
Yeah.
perform at 100% on all of those platforms. So I was on Facebook, I was on Instagram, I was on Twitter, and I was on YouTube. Um, and I was creating content consistently. So I was posting on Twitter almost every day. I was posting on Instagram multiple times a week, and that included stories when that was introduced.
Mhm.
Um, and I was doing videos on YouTube 2 to 3 times a week. And so
God
this was my
damn.
schedule for years.
That's insane.
It I don't
How do you
know.
do
And
that?
that's the wild part, Audrey, is that like now that I'm not doing it, I have no idea how I did it. Like
Honestly, I
looking
kind of feel
back,
that too.
it's just so wild to me. I'm just like, how did I even have that? And the thing is too that like now I travel the same way that I've always traveled, but I'm recording less, or rather I'm being smarter with the way that I record. Um
Yeah.
and And back then, like I was doing like stuff like Veda, where it was like vlog every day in August. And I
I'm
was
gone.
creating videos. Like I remember this one time, I think it was like on my trip to uh I think it was Canada was where it was. And I went to Seattle too, so it was like some Washington stuff in there as well. It was like a big trip. And it was, I mean, you know how I travel. Like I wake up at like 6 o'clock in the morning and I'm like out the door and then like doing a bunch of
Yeah.
activities all day. And then I get back at like 10 or 11 and I go to sleep and I do the same thing the next day for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Um, and then on top of that, like I'm filming, right? And on top of that, I'm trying to experience the place and learn, right? Because if I'm going to make a video about the place, a place that I've never been to before, I have to learn about the history and then relay that information to my audience and then
Yeah.
make sure that I'm not saying something wrong because then they'll all come and attack me in the comments like you're such an idiot. You didn't know that this war was happening, blah blah blah, you know, and like all this stuff and it's like,
Oh God.
"Whoa, like if they only knew,
Romina,
if they only knew
Romina, your
what is
mic.
my mic Dang it.
Your mic is doing
I
it
don't know why
again.
this is happening today. All right, I'll unplug and plug in again.
Okay.
You can
I'll just keep going. I'll talk about
continue what I'm
your
doing.
travel experiences for you. So Romina likes to travel a lot, obviously. I don't know if Romina had a crew when she went to Cuba. What does crew mean? Um, I feel like Romina travels a lot like my mom does, and that's not a diss. Mom's extremely efficient at traveling. She's like the type who wakes up and has an itinerary ready and like you gotta go immediately. So I feel like I understand the vibe of Romina's film or travel experiences. Film crew? I don't think Romina's ever had a film crew, if I'm remembering correctly. I don't think I've ever seen her in a video have a film crew. I think it's mostly her with her little tripod running around, getting all the shots with the point and shoot, the G7X. Those were the days, dude. I still have my G7X. I dropped in a cake once and it survived. That's when you know you've well used your camera gear, when you drop it into food items. Is that relatable? Hello?
Okay. Am I fixed? Am I fixed now?
Yeah.
Okay, I plugged it into another port.
Keep going.
I unplugged the
Yep.
microphone, I plugged it into another port, and I restarted the whole thing. So maybe that'll fix it now. I don't know why I would be doing this. But
I don't know.
um doing the whole travel thing, doing the whole travel thing, and then having to do those videos. There was on this particular trip where I was in Canada, I was traveling nonstop and doing a bunch of activities every single day. And I also was doing Veda. So I was vlogging every day in August. And so that consisted of creating a video every single day and publishing every single day. And you know, while traveling, sometimes finding Wi-Fi is very difficult to do. Um, and I have no idea. I still don't understand how I did that. Like, I don't know how I did it, but I did. And I think that having the like knowledge that I have now, I'm very happy with what I'm doing right now. So I am focused like 100% on Twitter. That's like mainly where
Oh,
I'm posting all of my content right now.
you're gonna be a Twitter creator?
I am a Twitter creator. Oh, I didn't tell you, did
Oh,
I?
what?
I am officially a Twitter creator, like by
What does that
Twitter's.
mean?
I have no idea, but I'm on a Discord, like an official Discord
Oh,
server that is created by Twitter and it's called Twitter
oh.
Creators.
So wait, okay. So when you get into the Twitter creator Discord, that is when you
Yeah,
are officially a Twitter creator,
I guess so. I think it's
but
because I
not
can
before.
monetize. Well,
Oh,
because I'm able
okay.
to monetize now.
Wait, how do you monetize? There's like super follows.
Yeah, so super follows and tipping. So I have super
Wow.
follows now. Well, I don't have it activated on my profile, but I'm able to have super follows. And
Do
then with
people
that, um they brought me onto the Discord server. That's
how did that happen?
I'm a I'm a Twitter creator, Audrey.
Did they just like DM you and they're like, "Yo, we want you to be a Twitter creator
No,
officially now."
I got an email. I got an
Oh,
email, I think it was either an alert on Twitter or I got an email. And it's
that's
like,
cool.
"Hey, you can use super follows now." And I was like, "Oh,
Mm,
okay. Cool. Thanks." And then with that, there was a disc in the email, like after I set up the whole thing or clicked on it or whatever. Like they sent me a couple emails and one of them was like, "Hey, here's like our playbook," right? You know, like the YouTube creator playbook that they like used to have. It was like something like that. That was like for Twitter creators, and it's like how to take advantage of like whatever the platform and all this stuff. And then
yeah.
within that, they had a Discord server link,
Mm,
so I
that's
clicked
cool.
on it, and then I joined.
Nice. So
Yeah.
what's your plan with the Twitter creator then?
So
Why
with
Twitter?
because I spend so much time on it, and I feel like I can leverage. I think that I'm really good at networking. And I think that being able to build communities is something that comes easily to me. And Twitter's a really great place to do that. It's not as easy to do that on YouTube and or Instagram. So I feel like Instagram is very it's kind of like a one-way street, it feels like. Um like I can post a picture or video and then like I get comments. It's very similar to YouTube in that sense. I don't feel like a lot of conversations happen. At least that was my experience. But with Twitter, I feel like I can have conversations, and I think that by kind of igniting that in people as they're scrolling through their feeds, I'm able to have higher engagement because I can spark interest in certain topics. And
Okay.
it also helps too because I'm currently working on my book, and
Yes.
this is a really great way for me to write every day. Even if it's not long form content, I'm still doing the writing, and I'm crafting tweets every day. Uh, and
Nice.
and I think that it's a good way for me to practice my writing and be able to communicate more effectively and have more of an active voice, a voice that will cause people to stop on their feeds and look and read. So I think it's
Yeah.
just generally a good skill to have. Um,
That's cool.
and then it's really like one of the few places where outside of Facebook, um, where you
Disgusting.
can post, you can create any kind of content in the
Yeah.
same feed, right? So I've posted my photography on there. I've made little videos for Twitter. And you can even do live streaming on Twitter. So it's like kind of a place where you can do all of those things
Yeah.
and you don't have to pay in order for
That's cool.
people or your followers to see it, unlike Facebook.
Yeah. That's so dumb.
Yeah, it's really dumb. So I have something like 70,000 followers on my Facebook page,
Yeah.
but I stopped using it years ago because nobody could see my content unless I paid. Like I would have to like throw 20
So
bucks or 30
stupid.
bucks anytime that I posted cuz like they would not show they would only show like a handful of my followers my posts.
What? What's the point of that? That's so weird.
I don't know, they call it the algorithm.
The algorithm is
That's
just
stupid.
pay us and we promote. God damn. No. That's interesting. I feel like, it's interesting to hear like the perspective of someone who's focused on TikTok because or on Twitter because everyone is focused on like the other ones. Have you noticed like
Right.
do people really use super follows?
I have seen some super follows out in the wild. So I know that I've seen Jenna and Justine. I think I've seen under Jenna's posts that Justine is a super follower of Jenna.
Okay. I feel like I've seen the super follow badge before, but I just never knew like what it was referencing. You know? I'm like, who are they super follower of? Is it whoever they're responding to?
It's whoever the OG is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I've seen like Sarah Dietschy's. I've seen on a couple of her posts. I've seen some people that have the badge.
The badge. But like, what does it give them? Is it just like a way to support someone that you like?
Yeah. And that's essentially what it is. And I guess like it's kind of you're supposed to get like secret tweets. I mean, essentially it's just like tweets that don't end up on the normal feed. They're
Mm,
private. It's kind of like something you would post on Patreon, I guess. I don't know.
yeah,
But
that's
it's all in the same
interesting.
system. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I like the idea of it. I hate the super follow button. I think it's so ugly and I don't understand why it's pink. Like it just does not fit with the aesthetic of Twitter at all. I just don't
Mm.
understand. Like, why didn't they make it cooler?
You
Or
should tell them in the Discord. Just be like, super follow button looks terrible.
this is ugly.
This is ugly. Do one of those like videos where you change the logo yourself and it's worse.
Like the like that lady who
Yes.
fixed the painting,
Yes.
the Jesus painting.
Yes. Just be like, and just troll them. Be like, this is way better than
Just be like,
the
here, I
Twitter
fixed
logo.
it.
It's just awful.
And I drew it using MS Paint.
Yeah. They kick you out of the creator Discord. You're like, I was trying to help.
They don't
You
even
guys
give me a
wouldn't
reason.
listen.
I'm just no longer able to access the Discord server.
Yeah. Maybe that's a bad idea, actually. Honestly, it'd be funny for the meme, though.
A
But,
little bit. But what if you could have like a customized badge? Like, what if I could have my own icon or something
that's
that
cool.
I upload and then people can actually collect like their badges, right? Of like the
I
different
mean,
creators that they support.
that's true. That's good. You should tell them.
It would also give them more of a
Tell
reason
them to
to support more
use
than
it. Yeah.
one creator.
Oh, can you only support one person?
No, you can support more than one person, but the badge looks the
Mm.
same. It's just super follow and like neon magenta.
Mm. That's a cool idea.
Connor suggests that we use Comic Sans font.
Yes. No, literally, this is a great idea. I
We're gonna make
think
it in
I think
MS
it would
Paint.
really like help hit the point home that their logo sucks, just to make a worse one and tell them that it's better.
No, I'm just gonna put the "Fix That For You" acronym.
Yeah. You post that on Twitter and watch it go viral. It's like the super follow button is ugly, so I made it myself. It's just MS Paint.
The lines are all squiggly.
Yeah.
I'll work on that tonight after I
Oh my
finish
god,
watching
Romina, it's back.
Stranger Things. What?
Oh, it's back. You're crackling again.
Dang it! Oh wait, what if I unplug my computer? That didn't fix it.
Nope.
Oh, this is annoying.
It's still crackling, man. Oh, now it sounds like.
Okay, what about now?
Oh, wait. Keep talking.
Okay, I'm gonna keep talking. This is me talking. I'm talking for an extended
It's better
period of
now.
time. Is
It's
it?
better. Yep.
All I did was switch the microphone to my MacBook microphone and then switch it back.
That's weird. Hello. Yeah. The new mic is temperamental. It's fine.
So I see that we have a very active chat here tonight. Where is everybody from? Where's everybody chatting from? I want to see locations in the chat.
Locations? You're doxing everyone? What is I want to
It's
know your
not
exact
doxing.
address. Oh.
I want latitude and longitude, please.
Give me all the numbers. I want to know everything.
It's not doxing if they voluntarily provide this information.
Ah.
Ooh, look at that. All right, we got Japan in the chat. We got
Japan.
Sunny Diego.
Oh, Romina, I have a question.
All right. Oh, we
Um,
got Houston, one, two,
not
three,
an
four, Nowhere
address.
Street.
Goddamn.
Ooh, Mikey's
Here's
at his mother-in-law's on the other side of Virginia.
here's something that's kind of relevant to like what you and Roberta were talking about a little bit earlier
Mm.
about like conferences. It's not
Oh,
really relevant
a little
to
relevant.
that specifically, but
Yeah.
um I was talking again to some friends and
Mm.
we're talking about the difference between like conferences and like summits. I don't know what other word, like creator summits basically.
Mm-hmm.
From the creator's perspective, like which one is more uh which one's better basically, or like which one do we enjoy more. And because like I went to a creator summit earlier this year in February or something for with Samsung,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm currently helping some people organize another creator summit this summer that is like run by creators. Like it's gonna be summer camp vibes basically. Like there's gonna be a couple speakers, but literally it's gonna be like water balloon fights and like dumb like dumb like games basically the entire time. The whole point is for creators to just like talk and like get to know each other, right? And the reason why I'm bringing it up is because first of all, I want to ask if you have any ideas, but two, it's mostly about like planning events to kind of bring people and specifically creators together. Like, what is the best thing? Because I think creators are like lonely, you know, like it's hard sometimes to have find friends or even just like meet up with friends in person specifically that you can hang out with and like talk and just about making stuff. So what is your opinion on like conferences versus creator summits? Because personally, from my experience, I like creator summits a lot more because they're focused on just meeting new people and like hanging out. Whereas conferences, like the best part about conferences is meeting new people and hanging out. But you have to like there's also a bunch of talks and stuff, and those are kind of like the point of going, but they almost like distract from the actual goal of just hanging out and meeting new people. So, what do you think?
I think the thing about conferences is that it's a chance for brands and products to connect with, specifically we're talking about creator conferences, so they would be connecting with creators and the creator audiences. But having a conference that is um the thing about conferences is that they have like their conference hall where they have all of the vendors. So it's definitely more catered towards the products and the brands coming to this conference. Um, so there's a lot less networking between creators, whereas a summit is more creator focused and how creators can improve on their content or networking or whatever. And they don't have as many vendors and booths. So it isn't about selling and buying there, and it isn't about like pitching. So that would be like the biggest difference.
Yeah.
So if
But
you
sometimes there are brands at like creator summits.
yeah, but it's less so. I mean, if you take like in comparison like Vid Summit for example and VidCon, VidCon has a giant expo hall that has like hundreds of booths with a bunch of like vendors, and they're just like selling stuff. Like they're selling merch, and
Yeah.
there's like all sorts of big brands. I mean, like you got like Taco Bell. that has a giant booth. It's like the size of like 10 booths. It's just like the Taco Bell exhibit, right?
Yeah.
Um, and why is that? It's just because it's like a larger consumer base is coming to this conference because it's all the fans that are there to meet or hear from their
To
favorite
meet Taco
creators.
Bell. Oh.
Right. Well, also that, like, they're coming to see like all these big brands and see what cool things they do. I mean, like Nickelodeon has
Yeah.
a booth that's just for auditioning. Like anybody
Really?
can jump, yeah, at VidCon, anybody can jump into this audition booth. I mean, you have to sign up or whatever, but like during
I
the
didn't
whole
see that.
VidCon, it's like 4 days, right? VidCon, I think at this point is like 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
And they have a booth there where you just go, like they go like every year, or they have been every year that I've been. Um, and you can just go and audition. Like you don't even have to be a creator or famous or anything. You're just like, oh, I want to audition for Nickelodeon. Um, you don't have that at Vid Summit because Vid Summit is more like they have brands who are there, but they're all creator focused brands.
Yeah.
Because creator summits are specifically tailored to creators who want to improve their craft and who want to
Yeah.
network with other creators or who want to network with creator focused brands that can help them with what they're doing.
That's true. Hmm.
And yes, Connor brings up a good point. There are less people, generally speaking, at Vid Summit. Again, at a creator summit. Again, because of the fact that it's for people
I mean,
who are creating.
well, wait. Okay, I would still consider Vid Summit a conference.
It's Vid Summit.
Yeah, but it
It's
okay.
literally it's in the name.
I don't know what to. No, it's Vid Summit's a weird exception because they have it in the name, but like my definition of a summit is something that you need to probably be invited to, and it's like a
Mm-hmm.
smaller group.
I mean, it can be that as well. But I mean, essentially for Vid Summit, it's not like anybody can just roll up.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
not exactly affordable.
but it's still a conference.
It can be considered a conference, but I wouldn't call it a conference because of the fact that they don't really have like an expo hall.
Hmm.
They have a place where you can like meet some
I mean,
creator focused brands,
there's
but it's
like
not
a,
like
it's a just smaller, you know.
yeah. It
They still
definitely
have
it
like a
blurs the
bunch of brands
lines.
there.
It blurs the lines a little bit. But
Yeah, I think the exclusivity of the price like is what makes Vid Summit like way different than VidCon.
yeah.
But I guess my definition of a summit is like a group of creators that were invited by whoever's organizing to bring them together. And there's gonna be brands there, obviously, because that's how you
Mhm.
fund those types of things. But it's not like an expo hall. It's not like a building. It's more of uh, like a couple days experience. There might be talks and stuff, but it's not like a conference,
Would
you
it
know?
so are you thinking more like what Roberto and Justine and all of them did at
Yeah.
Montana?
Like, yeah,
Right.
that would be a summit,
Yeah.
you know? Like that's like you had to be invited to go and like yeah, Sony was there. Like
Right.
they organized it, but
That's like the thing
um
that we talked about doing in
yes.
like Austria. Where was it? We were
I
like
don't
this
know.
was
I
a
don't
thing
remember.
that we were very focused on and we're very dedicated to making happen for like a
Dude.
week.
Yeah, a week. No, but it's interesting because right now I'm like, I'm not doing that much. I'm just kind of
Mhm.
helping a little bit with logistics, but it's been interesting just as to watch how these people are putting together this type of event. Because I feel like we need more summits just for creators in general.
I am
And
not against that.
I don't think they need to be run by brands either. Like
Mhm.
I think it's cool if like groups of creators just pull together their influence and can like get brands on board to sponsor an event basically and just like hang out for a couple days.
Right.
I think that type of thing is awesome. And I don't think they can happen like every single month, obviously. And like it depends. The group depends. Like there's so many
Well,
factors. But I
yeah.
think just having them be more common is really cool. And I hope that continues to happen because yeah,
I mean, yeah, we can't be going to Austria every month.
every month there's just conference or summits all the time. But I don't know. And I think the summits, like, they can vary based on like size of creator or just like
Mhm.
niche or anything. It doesn't have to be just like the biggest
A
people who get
huge,
invited
right,
by
right,
like this giant corporation. Like, it can be just
right.
smaller niched groups of creators who can pull in sponsors from that community, like who are targeting that community and just do something
Right.
cool.
Are you are you gonna organize a summit
I really want to do a Create Her related one
hmm
day. I think that's like a cool
in
goal.
Austria?
I don't know about Austria, but but literally for this event, they were asking me to like recommend girls,
hmm
and it's like sad how difficult it is because it's kind of a niche like category as well that we're
Right.
dealing with. And the age range is like kind of small too, so it's kind of hard to. I'm literally like I can't get five. Like it's that hard to like find girls, which is kind of sad, but you know, it is what it is. I'm trying. Like either people don't live
Yeah.
in the US or like,
Mm,
you know,
yeah.
Romina, your mic's doing it again.
What?
Yeah. But yeah, that kind of made me sad when they were like, "Yeah, can you recommend any girls?" I was like, "I can try, man, but like literally it's hard to like, yeah." I
Mm,
think I'm gonna go to TikTok to find some of them because I know there's a lot of like younger girls on there doing more like cinematic
cool things.
vlog type stuff.
hmm
But it hurts my soul, bro. God damn. But
All
yeah,
right.
I think
So
doing a summit would be cool. We should do a NARP summit.
I I'm not against it. I mean, I still want to
NARP
do that
summit.
train, the train thing that we
Well,
talked
so you could
about.
do one on a train.
Yeah, that's what we talked about. Is like having like a trip that's, 3 or 4 days, and then it's just a bunch of creators on a
You
train.
think people would go insane?
Is that what you're hoping for?
No. I'm just saying, like, if I was stuck on a train, do you get to get off the train? Or is it like it doesn't stop? What does that
Whoops.
mean?
Hold on. I just messed something up.
What?
I was trying to screen share and I messed something up. Um n- no, nobody's going to go insane. Nobody's going insane on this train. This is a very
Oh,
nice trip
it's
on a
lame.
train. There's nobody's going insane.
What? It's
So
like
Andy
Hogwarts.
sent Andy sent us his his re-edit of the super follow button.
Wait, what? Oh my.
So
Yes,
this is the new super follow
I
button.
love it. Romina, you should tweet this and actually say that it's better than the existing one, please. If you can get Andy's blessing, please tweet this. I love the like yellow-ish color.
The orange, it's very on
It's
brand
kind of
with
giving me like
Audrey Ember.
no.
I feel like if
That's
Twitter allowed
insane.
us to have customized super follow buttons, this would be yours.
Yes. Just
Audrey
put like a
Ember,
little flame
super
there, like
follow.
in the middle or something, and you're good to go. Dude, why don't they let us come up with our own super follow buttons? That's such a good idea.
I don't know.
I definitely wouldn't do something dumb. Well,
I'll
there's the
contribute.
problem. People do dumb stuff. We
That's
you give them
probably why
creative
they don't
freedom.
want it. They're just like, oh, we know
How does
someone's gonna
Twitch
do that.
how does Twitch do it with emotes? Because like people can make some weird stuff, and I'm sure they've tried.
Yeah, but I mean, there's still a base level of requirements.
I mean, there's like size requirements, but like how do
Yeah,
they
but it's like
check?
how,
You know?
yeah, but how like there's some weird ones. There's plenty of weird ones.
Well, when I say weird, I mean like inappropriate.
Oh, well, I'm sure that's like it goes report like, if you find one, you would report it.
Yeah.
Plus, they probably have some kind of AI that detects like that sort of thing, so they'll be able to take it down if it does go through.
Okay. I think it's a great idea. I think they should let us have custom buttons.
Apparently, Twitch has an emote approval process.
Mm.
I don't
Yeah,
know
that's
too much
true.
about that. I do not have any
You
emotes.
don't Twitch? Oh.
I mean, I Twitch. I was twitching earlier from the stress.
Oh my god. Mm. I need to try streaming again because last time I tried streaming, it was on
Audrey,
my old
you just said
laptop.
that you have to be
Need to focus.
that you
No,
were
but like
gonna
with Twitch,
focus.
it would just be like for fun. Like literally, whenever I would only
No,
probably do it if I was hanging out with friends.
you're.
Like just
I
playing
don't believe
games. Like
that.
that's it. No. If I do
I don't
Twitch, it'll
believe
literally
that
just
you
be for
can do
fun.
it.
Just for fun?
Yeah.
What? Why not?
Do you do you have the time?
No.
Wouldn't you
Which
rather
is why I'm
do
not doing that.
something off of the computer for fun? Don't you already spend like
Yeah.
aren't you like video editing and then like you're making TikToks like I'm just saying
So
don't you want to spend time?
no, I mean I agree. But like sometimes I'll hang out with my friends on Discord
Yeah.
and like play games.
Yeah, but it's different to play games like just for fun with friends and then to like have to perform.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Which was my problem when I had my gaming channel. Was that every time
Mhm.
that I was going to play a game, I would set up like the Elgato and I would like do the whole thing in order to play so that I could also create content while I was playing. And it
Yeah.
got to a point where I was just like, I don't want to do this. I just want to play the game. Oh my gosh.
You hear that?
Yeah, I hear that. What is that? I'm
I
scared.
don't know. My neighbors are trying to eat their way through the wall or something. It sounds very strange. You imagine just on the other side, they're like actually trying to eat the whole. I'm just gonna stop. I don't know what they're doing. I think they're trying to put something up.
Okay. Can I? No, that's not her cat. Those are her neighbors.
Yeah,
They hear
sorry.
her having fun and they want in.
I'll just mute.
It's not that bad. It was only like those two bangs that happened. What you can do is
Okay.
get up and start banging on their wall. Oh, she's doing it. She's getting up. She's gonna bang on their wall. She's banging on their wall. She's made life choices.
It didn't do anything.
Okay, I have a quote here that
Yes.
I would like to bring up because I feel like it's relevant to you saying that you would like to start doing Twitch again for fun. Okay, so the quote is, I'm really grateful to be trusted with opportunities that come with a lot of responsibility, but it also results in a crazy amount of stress since I don't want to let anyone down. I want to get consistent again before the end of this year.
This quote sounds
When I'm not busy with
familiar.
work,
Maybe we should stop.
when I'm not busy
Yeah,
with
no,
work,
stop.
I'm stressed. Does that sound like somebody who
No.
should pick up Twitch on the side?
No.
All right, that quote was from Audrey Ember's latest post on Instagram.
Oh god. Yeah, no, you have a point. I'm gonna just.
See, I'm not making this point. You are, Audrey.
Maybe I should
I'm
start
just reiterating.
swimming or something. Just anything. It's not related to this. Oh
Yeah.
god.
Check it out. Toxic Productivity 101.
Yeah, we're getting a lesson right now on what
We.
not to do. Oh,
You.
me. Like 5 seconds ago, I was like, "Yeah, guys, only choose one or two platforms. Don't go crazy." Meanwhile, I'm gonna start streaming. You
Mm.
know, it's fine. I'm not actually gonna start streaming. I was just spitballing ideas.
Maybe spitball some better ideas.
Wow. Okay. You know, it's fine. I just need to stick to YouTube.
That's what I'm saying. You
Ugh,
gotta stick to YouTube. And then
yes,
just do like the TikTok stuff for fun. How about that?
that is the plan. That's
Because
why
you're
I don't
already
even
doing
want to like
Instagram. You're doing a pretty good job at Instagram. You know, I mean, like it
thanks.
may not feel that
I'm
way,
just
but you are creating content on Instagram too. That's like
yeah.
you you, you know.
Yeah, but Instagram's meta is video now. I'm not making videos.
No, but you're posting. Look this post right here that I have open right now. It's like a freaking blog post. First of all,
Oh, the
yeah, it's like you wrote like this long post, and then you got like these pretty pictures that you've edited. Like this is all effort. This is all stuff that takes time, and like you might not feel like it, or you might not think
mm,
it does, but it does. You know, it's like and 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 so far this month you've posted 3 times. Like that's a lot for somebody who's also doing YouTube and freelancing and doing all these other things.
yeah. I don't know. I feel like the
My
whole
point
other
is, if
rant
I
I could
catch
go on.
you on Twitch, I'm gonna block you.
Jesus. Okay.
Mental health check.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, it's fine. I just need to make a YouTube video again.
Yeah, you got to
Goddamn.
focus on making a really great YouTube
You
video.
know,
That's all that's really on
here's
your mind right now.
here's my last
None of
thing.
this.
All right, because it's already been an hour.
I'm gonna get on Twitch. I'm gonna have fun. Get out of here.
You're roasted. Damn. I feel like okay. Here's something, and I don't want to go into this for too long because it's already been an hour. But
Yeah.
like, I feel like a lot of my YouTube friends, I have two categories. I have people who are doing sensational content, and then I have people who are on the complete opposite side, who are doing storytelling and like believe in the new wave and like hate sensational content. And I'm kind of in the middle. All right.
New wave YouTubers.
Oh my god, your mic just like why? Just as soon as you unmuted, it just
Is
like
that what it is? Maybe it's
oh
because
maybe
maybe when I mute is when it does
it's
that.
really bad. Oh my, it's still going. Wait, say something.
Okay, how's that?
Now it's good. Like it literally, I can hear it like change. Like it sounds like it switches channels or something.
I think it's the mute button. I think that's what it is.
Oh my god, bruh.
Okay, continue.
No, what was I? I was just saying. I feel like I'm like in this weird in the middle where like half of my friends are super into the sensational stuff, and then the other half are the complete opposite spectrum. And like I think what's confusing me is that I feel like I'm in the middle where I actually do appreciate like the YouTube game to a certain extent and like making retentive videos, but then I also am like really into storytelling and telling stories that you want to tell and not like basing everything around the algorithm. So I think that's like one of the big things that's like halting me from actually making content because I'm like I'm kind of like bouncing back and forth. Where I'm like, I don't know how to be in the middle. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's my rant.
You said that 3 times during this recording. You're doing a lot of rants.
I am. This is what happens when Roberto's not here. I just rant about creator stuff.
You're just ranting in place.
Yes. Someone's got to do it, man.
Meanwhile, I'm here to remind you to drink water.
I got water. Do I have water? Yes, I do.
But have you been drinking it? No, you haven't. It's just in the background. It's there for the aesthetic.
Okay.
All right. So we've been chatting for an hour. We're going to wrap this up. Any last words, Audrey?
No Twitch for me.
No Twitch for you.
No twitching.
No Twitch. Only offline twitching. On very stressful days.
Yeah. No.
All right. I did the intro. Do you want to do the outro? Remind people to review us.
Oh God, on our non-existent audio episodes. Wait, how does Roberto even start it? Thank you for watching this week's episode. I don't know what it says. This was your duo of hosts, Sus Romina and Incredible Audrey. What? I can't control the banners anymore. This is not fair. Make sure you leave us a review from the episode of 7 months ago. We really appreciate that. And we'll see you next week with another. Actually, I won't be here next week, so we need to figure out a different day. But anyway, someone will be here next week. Yeah. What do I say now? Bye. Stop it, Romina.
You gotta say NARP.
Oh, NARP. Here we go.